But I want to talk about the problems of Colossians, what they were facing as a church. As I said, Epaphras brought back great reports about the church. They evidenced true faith in Christ. I'm just lifting this right out of the text of Colossians. They were fruitful, and the gospel was spreading through them. And they were orderly in their worship, and they were firm in their faith. But they did have challenges. One of the challenges that they were facing was paganism, a return to paganism. Paganism defined in Colossians 3:5 as sexual immorality, impurity, lust, evil desires, and greed, which is idolatry. Wow, that list sounds like today, doesn't it? These are Becky and I just read of a pastor, I don't remember where he's from, 30,000, it's a big church, 30,000 people, and they just had to let him go. They've been addressing his alcoholism and his inappropriate relationships with women, and they took him out of ministry. He started the church, he's the founder of the church, and it's a travesty. It's a shameful thing and just a discouraging thing, I'm sure, for that church today as they received that announcement just last week. But it's this sexual immorality, impurity, lust, evil desires, and greed. It doesn't stop. It's not just a problem from 2,000 years ago. It's a problem today. And so the church was being drawn back to the things that they left. So I right away, I'm like, okay, Bob, don't get drawn back by the things that God saved you from. Don't go back there, because it will take me, or it will take you out of the ministry. The second thing is syncretism. Syncretism is the mixing and blending of different beliefs or religious practices. We have a lot of that here on Kauai. It's really all over the world. And the primary way that it comes is really through pantheism, which is the second oldest religion in the world. The first religion in the world was the one that God started, and it wasn't a religion, it was a relationship between Adam and Eve and himself. And right away in the opening chapters of Genesis, we have the introduction of pantheism, where now everyone can be God, everyone can experience this God quality. We just need to find it, exercise it, acknowledge it, recognize it, and function in it. And so we have the birth of pantheism in the opening chapters of the book of Genesis. And it continues on today, where people want to synchronize and syncretize Christianity with other religions. So on Kauai, for instance, we have, there's a unity roundtable of ministries and denominations and beliefs that get together on a regular basis to bring unity to the various religions on the island. And so it's made up of Hindus and Buddhists, it's made up of Catholics and Mormons, Jehovah's Witnesses, evangelical Christians. It's made up of all kinds of different people, and it's also made up of atheists of all people. And so this group meets regularly in order to bring unity to all religions. And I want to tell you, it's doomed for failure simply because God doesn't operate in unity that way. Because you cannot be unified with people that are basing their entire life and their entire belief system on a different standard. So I want to tell you how you can have unity. If you want unity, it's very, very simple. It's extremely uncomplicated. How would you like to have unity in your marriage? How about that? Let's get away from this big picture of other religions. What about just having unity in your marriage? Would you like to have unity in your home life? How about unity in your business? How about unity in the church, which we have here? We're really blessed. You guys are awesome at maintaining the unity of a bond of peace. But how do you maintain unity? And how can we achieve unity? I'll tell you very simply, by having a single standard. You have a single standard that everybody unifies to, and we're suddenly unified. This book is our standard. This Bible is our plumb line. We agree with this, we interpret it biblically, and we apply it appropriately, and suddenly we find ourselves in unity with people in Papua New Guinea, and in the Philippines, and in Eastern Europe, and on Oahu, and with the church down the way, and with our neighbor who claims to be a Christian. This is how we find unity. We don't get unity by ditching this and pretending we're unified in an impossible way. No, what we do is that we find ourselves unified here. Do you want to have a unified marriage? Then be a couple that makes this the very centerpiece of your marriage. It's super simple. Anybody got marriage problems here? You don't raise your hands. Anybody got problems with your kids? Anybody in crisis with family that claims Christ? Well, I'll tell you what the answer is. It's this. You might need some help and some counseling along the way, but I can tell you that at the end of the day, this is the answer. This is what will bring unity. It's what brings unity in my family, in my home, in my marriage, and with my kids. the centrality of Jesus Christ. And that's how we find true unity.